What's up guys, welcome to my latest versus battle video. It is Human Torch vs Firestorm. We're going to go over each category, see which character wins a fight, get down to the nitty gritty and the overall verdict. Now, let's see who is faster, because speed is extraordinarily important when it comes to these two. Now, first off, I'm going to go down with Human Torch. Human Torch is on par and is shown sometimes being able to keep up with Silver Surfer. At the lowest ball that you want to put Silver Surfer, he is able to traverse galaxies and check on planets, go to planet and find people within seconds, and also check it for life forms due to his ability to sense energy. With his ability to do so, he is at bare minimum 1 trillion times the speed of light, or 1 trillion miles per hour. When he is flying, flight is the main way this guy moves, Human Torch being, and Silver Surfer. So, this is the lowest ball you could get him. Then there is his ability to travel back in time. He can move fast enough to go back in time, although it was with a black hole's help. Then we get into Firestorm's speed. Firestorm is able to keep up with Captain Atom. This might not seem impressive at first, because Captain Atom is just a low-tier version of Monarch, even though they technically are somewhere in the same ballpark. But Monarch just scales above Captain Atom. Captain Atom is important because he can beat Superman, whose flight speed makes him faster than the Flash, who can run with ease so fast that he can go back in time and go into other dimensions just with pure running speed with very good ease. And Firestorm's able to fight him in a serious one-on-one fight. The two are both mad at each other, and Firestorm's able to fight him. And now we go into their abilities in terms of power. They aren't known for their own physical strength, so it's just going to be like the AP, the strongest output of their abilities. Human Torch, at bare minimum, can go supernova. There's a lot of statements for that, particularly when he fought Galactus. He zoomed at him and said, "This may take out a lot of people, but it's sure gonna save the world." And he was ready to do it. And then we get to one of his more impressive feats. It was with a continuous beam, so we can't say it would be like BAM! But he was able to melt the universal weapon. The universal weapon has, universal durability. And it's well known for it, with it being able to stand up to many opponents and help Ronan the Accuser in a fight. Ronan is somewhere around that star level in terms of power. Physical strength, I mean. And then add on the universal weapon, and he's possibly far exceeding solar system, but that'll be a little bit too far for him, as The Human Torch can also has extraordinarily good control with his abilities, being able to burn the oxygen around him on a city-wide scale. That's impressive. Now we get down to Firestorm. Firestorm, his raw powers compared to the sun, like when he's releasing his energy, like his body is a containment suit because he's living energy in a way and has the ability to fuse and manipulate atoms at a subatomic level, being able to like destroy everything and manipulate matter. And it's just from like a small little slit, a small piece of damage. And he's said to have the power compared to the sun. And as I said before, Captain Atom scales to Superman. Firestorm's able to fight off Captain Atom. And for all those wondering how strong Superman is, universal. In terms of punching strength, that is. Now we get into their durability. Firestorm's is more impressive with him being able to, well, take hits from Captain Atom, who can fight Superman. Superman's durability is quite high, with it being multiversal. Captain Atom being able to take a bunch of hits from him, and being on the higher tier of characters that can fight Superman. With Firestorm being able to fight on par with Captain Atom, it's implied there's relativity there, with Firestorm's durability being, I would say, far above universal. But it's in this weird range where it could possibly be either multi-universal or quite higher, as he can also regenerate. So then we get to the Human Torch. He has survived, and I mean survived in the deepest sense. He literally is quite close to fainting after being hit by base level Hulk. By base level, I mean he's starting to get angry and quite annoyed by the Fantastic Four fighting him. And this sort of enraged, starting to get angry Hulk is said to be able to, although I don't think it's with great strain, move tectonic plates. So that's not a really good durability comparison. Then we get into their abilities. The Human Torch, he can create and control smoke, with an example being when he lights a man's cigarette to the point that it spews smoke out on a small or large building level radius. He also can do the same thing by producing smoke from his body. He can sense and see heat signatures from miles away, and he can absorb heat or relative energy to his body. An example of this being when he absorbed the energy of a nuke. And he has pyrokinesis, being able to turn himself on fire, fly, shoot fireballs, shoot beams of fire, shoot a wave of fire outwards, and control these beams to do several other forms of outputting fire. Then we get to the fact that he, to Firestorm's kit. Firestorm can manipulate matter on a subatomic level. This allows him to manipulate atoms, increasing his power by any metric. He is able to turn people into glass. He can create kryptonite out of thin air. Yes, the thing that Superman's weak to. And by out of thin air, I literally mean by turning the air, oxygen, everything in it into kryptonite. He can do the same with any form of energy. He can absorb energy-based attacks by just bringing his hand out to it and matching once it touches his hand. He can he can create titanium bands around someone. He can transform a person's weapons into nothing. He can melt guns or the bullets inside of them. He can also create oxygen, allowing him to breathe it in space. And yes, he can create things, letting it come out of his body. He can also, well, I think I already said this, but he can fly as well and shoot beams of his overall raw power. Now we get into the verdict. The verdict comes out as such. Firestorm is either even, or Firestorm is decently faster than the Human Torch. But if you want to go with their even, in terms of raw power, the Firestorm has Human Torch beat by miles. And then you have his durability, which has him beat. You have the variety of abilities, plus if Human Torch tries to hide, Firestorm can make can just disperse that wave of smoke, because also Firestorm can't sense anything like Human Torch, so I guess he has that on him. But they both can fly, they both can move at ridiculous speeds, and they both have overwhelming showings of power. But I think due to the variety of abilities that Firestorm has, particularly his matter manipulation and his ability to control energy at such a finely tuned level, that I don't think Human Torch has shown. Yes, he does have that oxygen feat, but oxygen, again, is a molecule, and what helps make up molecules, atoms, and what's Firestorm's main ability? Manipulating subatomic particles and atoms and everything down to there. And a small little detail that I forgot to mention, mainly because I thought it would wave things too far in Firestorm's favor, but he can phase through solid matter. Yeah, it's pretty good. So even if, like, Human Torch does get the drop on him, I don't think it'd do enough damage, because, well, a lot of characters, like, he scales to Superman, so the verdict is Firestorm wins and turns the Human Torch into the Human Candle. Thank you all for watching. Hit subscribe if you're new. Hit the like bell if you want to know when I pump out new videos. Oh wait, no, not like button. Hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when I pump out new videos. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.